It's already here. Speaker desk, I see. No, it's our internal group.
Meanwhile, Rostislav will start. Do you have any questions after the record that you have listened? I hope you managed to listen to it.
The question is to everybody, right?
Yes, of course.
I would suggest to split it into two questions. The first question is, please write something like plus if you listen to the course.
I see that Anna.
And then second, so I see answer from Anna and from Жанна. And anybody else?
Hello. Hi.
Hello.
I listened, but I don't have any specific question about the reliability and safety. I just have one question. In stakeholders, testers were not mentioned, like developers were, and users and other participants, managers. But is not a tester also a stakeholder in some way, like interested in the software quality? Is it?
Yes, good question. Okay, let's open the slides and see what's written there. So slide number, I don't see numbers. So stakeholders are direct users, secondary users, beneficiaries. So definitely testers are not users by default, right? Not secondary users, not beneficiaries. But they are surely a part of project build team, right?
Yes.
So manager, project managers, developers know which features are feasible, and surely in many cases testers know better which features are feasible. So yes, you are correct. You're right, and in my case, probably I assume that testers are part of the development team and they are inside the bullet number 3. Because you may also mention like analysts or technical writers, right? And UI designers. And so in this case, I assume all of them are treated as developers. And just part of the development team. And this is a more theoretical answer. Let me find a more practical example. So why do you have this section about stakeholders? Because before starting testing, we need to have kind of specification, right? To test the system against specification, and this specification is exactly the formalized version of all these needs and expectations. And for some systems, testability is quite important feature. Like for some systems, it's not the case. For example, my friends who work as front-end developers in rather typical customer service, customer-oriented product, they don't care about the stability. They okay, once we have some bug, then customer will call us and we'll fix it within a week. It's not a problem for our business. Like we do care that we don't really want to have many bug reports like that. But if you have just a couple calls from customers like every week, it's not a problem at all. But for systems which are called business critical or safety critical, usually don't have this option to wait until a bug will be revealed. Then you really need to test a system well before you start using it, like if it's related to, for example, nuclear station, right, or some medical applications. Then testability is a really important feature of the system, how it's difficult to test it, how it's really clear to which test to write. And in this case, tester becomes quite important stakeholder, because the designers of the systems and the developers really need to take into account that a huge responsibility and huge amount of resources will be related to the testers, to the testing phase. Okay, that's kind of practical answer to your question. I assume now it's clear, right? Yes. Okay. And in fact, thank you for a question, because while preparing this Q&A session, I looked through my slides and realized that probably stakeholder session is probably the most important, because for most of our participants, I mean members, attenders of the course, are from technical background, and there is no need to tell them a lot about all this reliability and development stuff. But stakeholder analysis and requirements engineering, they are also very important, but not many people really, not everyone understands this part. So I would probably suggest to maybe speak a little bit more about stakeholders. And do you remember this example on the, it was first or second slide with microscope? Do you see this, remember this microscope? I probably can share my screen. Present now. The window. Do you see it now?
Yes.
Yes? No?
Yes, yes, it's visible.
Okay, and so for this, you see, it's not professional microscope, definitely. So I don't expect that the list of stakeholders includes some high-level professors or industrial applications, right? So could you try to write in the chat some stakeholders for this product? Okay, some of them kind of trivial. I assume that okay, let's assume that this Microsoft is done for schoolboys and schoolgirls to teach some basics of chemistry and biology. And
Can you please zoom in a little bit, because it's not so visible.
This way?
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, no. Let's turn back.
Yes, great. Thank you.
And now I would ask you to write into the chat some stakeholders, and we will discuss it. Okay, let me start because I don't see anyone writing. Yes. Okay, and thank you. Pupils, teachers, maker, I'm thinking perfect. And this is quite clear part. And somebody else. Okay. Yes, director of the school. definitely, because he or she is responsible for everything which is going inside. But before director, quite important stakeholder is parents of the pupils, because first of all, they are the ones who will pay for this product, right? And that means that they will make the final decision whether to purchase it or not, right? Second, they may have a lot of requirements because they are parents. Okay. And this is quite interesting story that in this case, pupils are primary users, but probably stakeholder number one is not a school girl, but her parents, because even if teacher suggests to use to buy this microscope to use it at home or so on, definitely the teacher must discuss it with the parents to explain the reason, to explain the risks, to explain the expectations and everything. And this is quite typical case that the primary user is not kind of one group, but like several very well connected group, which one group will use it, the second will decide whether to use it or not, the other group will control how it's used, like teachers in this case. And in general, stakeholder analysis is quite an interesting topic. I would suggest you just maybe to. There are a lot of literature on the web, so just try to Google it and to see some maybe presentations and to study more deeply. Okay, that was kind of one point. Let me turn back to the slides. So what else interesting we had? Yes, and another important point is this checklist. When I speak about testing, security, and safety, checklists are very important. Okay, you probably already heard it many times, but I will repeat again. Checklists are much better than your common sense, than your brilliant mind, than your experience, because every brilliant mind and experienced developer always can forget something small and hopefully not important, but at some point it may become important. So I really recommend you to use checklists. And this is kind of checklist of, you see my screen right now, it's a checklist of different testing directions. Actually, before you start testing your system, like in this contest, you have to decide which part of the system, which features you will test. And surely everybody usually thinks about functional testing, but you see in this checklist, functional testing is just one of the 8 different topics to test. And each of them has like 3 or 4 or 5 subtopics. And okay, again, you can discuss each one if you have some questions, but in general, I assume everything is more or less clear. But it's really important that this is more or less complete checklist that people really spend time to figure out everything important and put it into the document. Okay. Let me check the chat if any questions. No questions. And so what else on the slides? Okay, we discussed each topics, risks. Okay, well, for risks, it's more or less standard story with this matrix. So, okay, when you see it for first time, it looks like, wow, but that's probably quite typical because you can find it in project management, in risk management, in security, in safety. Each time they build this matrix and work with it. Reliability, robustness. Okay, robust programming principles. Paranoia, stupidity, impossible. Is this something to be highly unlikely? Yes. Don't think if I have anything to add here. And ethics is another huge topic. with autonomy. Yes, so probably that's all comments I prepared for today. Just since you are still here and you already seen many of our lectures, can you maybe write a couple of words about your impression from the course? Was it useful, interesting, practical? Anna, you are the most active participant today. What is your impression? And do you plan to submit anything? Bit hard. Okay. Thank you. And do you plan to submit anything to this IEEE contest for AV testing?
I didn't register in the beginning. It was quite hard for me to understand. It needed Teams, and I thought it's just me, and I don't know, I was lost, so I didn't submit and register on this challenge, unfortunately. But it's very interesting, so I wish I was more. Yeah.
No, it's not necessary to participate in all contests. Usually, some people like contests, the other don't, and it's okay. Okay, so thank you again. It's still 5 seconds to ask questions. Natia, do you have anything else today?
No, not from my side. Does anyone else have any other question?
Okay, then thank you again. See you sometime, somewhere. Okay.
Thank you all. Thank you for your time, and bye-bye.
Bye.